What's going on, terrorists? This is your Week 4 game recap and power rankings. So in this battle, we had two 2-1 teams, Raging Ray Rice going head-to-head with Apocalypse Meow. This game came down to Monday night. Raging Ray Rice was hoping Odell Beckham Jr. would score him some points to surpass the 117 points that Apocalypse Meow put up. Unfortunately, he just didn't get there. He had some good performances from Freeman and Whittaker, but Apocalypse Meow had a well-rounded performance. Good points from Derek Carr. His wide receivers, Demaryius Thomas putting up 18, and Zach Miller continues to be a really good tight end this year. And Apocalypse Meow moves to 3-1. So here are your power rankings for this week. Zika Babies remain number 1. It's got the best running backs and wide receivers in the league, but kind of weak at quarterback and tight end. So number 1, but defeatable. Apocalypse Meow moves up 3 points. They got a very well-rounded team, and they've made some smart pickups throughout the season. They've acquired Matt Ryan and Robert Woods. Raging Ray Rice moves up 5. Full of veterans, Steve Smith, Larry Fitzgerald, Bennett, all doing well this year. He's hoping for a strong return from Jamal Charles and maybe a better performance by OBJ if he wants to continue to be in third. Where's Beat Brady moves up a little bit. There's been some injuries to Marvin Jones, Luck, and Blunt's stock could go down a little bit more because Brady's returning this week. Will Forks Chode moves down a little bit. The team has a lot of potential, but he hasn't been getting enough points out of his stars. Gronk and Cooks are going to need to do a little bit better if he wants to maintain his status in the top of the power rankings. Participation Award. Underrated. Injuries to Kevin White hurts his depth a little bit. He's a really good 1-3 team though. Dingleberry. Surprisingly, this ranking system moved him down a lot. Drops 5. He's undefeated still. D'Angelo Williams, maybe going back to being a backup, had something to do with it, and Palmer had to get dropped because he's been shitty. But Dingleberry's hoping that Wentz performance continues to be great. 2 Live Jews moved up a lot, and that could be with Bell coming back, and he made a nice acquisition in McKinnon on the Vikings, and Eddie Royal is now playing for the Bears. Cheatin' Toms, they've moved down. I think the huge blow came from Watkins having to go on the IR. I don't know if he'll be back this season before the playoffs. But he's got Brady now, and he's hoping that once Decker returns from his injury, he'll be putting up some points. Peekaboo Crew moves up a little bit. He benefited from the trade with Greg's team where he acquired Macklin and Coleman. Dez and Cam's injuries could linger though, causing him to drop a little bit more in the future. Ramsey Bolton drops a little bit. He's got to be disappointed in Golden Tate's performance, but he's made some smart waiver wire acquisitions, including Quincy and Nua, who could be seeing a lot of play with Decker out. 40-pound Colon. He has some good running backs stashed away on his bench, and he might want to consider making some trades, maybe for better wide receivers or some other players that he needs. Greg's Turd Sandwich. This team has dropped down. He's got some injured stars going on. He's hoping for a return of Foster and maybe Lewis late in the season. He also acquired the injured Eifert, and he got a wide receiver in Wallace from the Peekaboo Crew. It looks like he's playing the long game. And unfortunately, the Top Gun Ballers are still in last, and this team's still battling injuries, but they might be recovering a little bit. We'll see how it plays out. So that wraps up Week 4. For Week 5, I'll be at Beachland on Sunday, probably around 1 o'clock. I think Mark will be there, and I'd love to see any of you guys who want to join me. Next week, I'll be doing more interviews, hopefully. I hope you guys liked the interview I did with Ryan, and I might be interviewing Matt. Might even be interviewing Austin on how to be an effective troll.